Hello, my name is Peas, and this is my submission video for AGDQ 2024 of Pokémon Battle Revolution for the Wii. This game released in 2007 as basically Generation 4's Pokémon Stadium, which is really cool to think about. Quite a few people know that this game exists. Mad underrated at that, so anyway. So before I go further and talk about what I'll be doing in this run and the category, I'd like to have a bid war, which will choose whether or not I play this game with the announcer. Bam! But for this run, because I want to easily explain what I'll be doing, we'll have the announcer off. And I've done so many attempts of this, so I know quite a bit of damage ranges and things to look out and things like that. So Stargazer Round 2 is done on a completed save file, hence it being a category extension, and you can actually use your own Pokemon as well. So I'll be using Pokemon that I treasured from SoulSilver, and I can actually talk more about why I picked that in particular, aside from it being a game that I play the most. So the really nice thing about this is that you get to use your own Pokemon in order to basically beat the game and things like that. So Stargazer is, or at least the Masters Battle, it's unlocked once you complete the main game of Battle Revolution. So basically when you trigger credits for the first time, you unlock round 2, which is Masters Battle. So it'll be 8 sets of 4 battles, 4 double battles at that. Basically 2-on-2 Pokemon on the field, and you get to see some very interesting and unique strategies that are not really present in single battles. So basically Battle Revolution is Pokemon Stadium with the physical and special split and double battles. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so I've done quite a bit of rambling for the intro here, and I'll talk more about the run and start in 3, 2, 1, go. So you may have noticed that I have 4 different teams on the selection screen there. That's because for this run in particular, I'm gonna need 4 different teams. And the Pokemon and strategies that I have chosen will reflect that. So set 1, the AI will use all bug type Pokemon, which is kind of funny. Your first fight is basically a bug trainer. Totally not referencing the first fight you do in Generation 1. But anyway, well, the second fight, technically speaking. So, all right, aside from that little fact check, I'm going to actually hit the Mothman with Extreme Speed because it carries a Focus Sash, in which if you try to knock out a Pokemon from full health, it will live on 1 HP. So, funnily enough, even though I like Mothman, this is not the Pokemon that you want to see because you basically have to look at the Focus Sash animation. It has a pretty quick fainting animation, and Crickettoons is okay-ish, I guess. So, some Pokemon that I do want to see, depend on their moveset as well as their fainting animation, and this is probably not the best ones that we want to see, because believe it or not, Generation 4 in Battle Revolution, their fainting animations are a bit more dramatic. Like in Stadium 1, or well, actually Stadium 1 in particular, the fainting animations were meant to be quick, because it's like one and done type of thing. And oh wow, this is a 3-turn fight. Water Spout is actually a range on Vespiquen, and I did not get the range, unfortunately. So it used Defend Order, which more than likely means that Extreme Speed won't knock it out here. And another thing too, I'll be mainly, actually yes it will, but I'll be using Water Spout here because when you use a physical move, or not necessarily a physical, if you use a contacting move, the Pokemon will walk up to the other one and then hit it essentially, and that can lose some animation time there. So and also you may have noticed that some of these trainers actually have different lines. You can actually customize your trainer, and they basically customize the trainer's design and the lines of which they say. I believe the little girl trainer is actually the fastest in terms of winning animations and things like that, but I like using the trainers that basically, like, you know, match or basically the special design trainers, you know, the ones that are like pretty difficult to get, like the Kyorge design, the ground design. I believe you had to unlock those in the post game. So anyway, back to the battle here. So this fight is kind of annoying because the AI will, even though the AI uses the move Fling, which is pretty cool, you know, they just throw an item at you. For whatever reason, they will randomly pick Protect. And I think in particular, this Pelipper carries Tailwind, so it wanted to protect and use Tailwind to basically have their speed doubled. So this Medicham here has Fake Out, so I'll be using the move Follow Me, and also you might have noticed that I used Follow Me in the first battle earlier. That Wormadam has a Quick Claw and Fissure, which not only has so basically Quick Claw has an 18% chance of you going first, as well as Fissure having 30% accuracy. And I'm super duper convinced that the AI just has better luck than a human. So we want to use Follow Me to ensure that even if it gets the Quick Claw, Fissure won't hit me. So the Togekiss is a flying type. And I use Togekiss in particular as opposed to Togetic because because I get the move Extreme Speed while Togetic does not. So all right, this should knock out Machamp. Nice. So that's another example of certain Pokemon that I don't want to see. Battle Revolution did a pretty good job of making some animations faster, but some are pretty slow. Or some of the ones they didn't change are pretty slow. So, all right. So the time loss here isn't really that bad. It's mainly based on the Pokemon choices and not really, you know, human error. So. Well, basically, my choices as well as luck. All right. So this fight uses Swagger and Flatter. Swagger raising your attack by 2 stages and also inducing confusion, and Flatter raising your special attack by 1 stage. Swagger does attack by 2. I didn't say that already. And also puts you in confusion. So, kind of don't want that. So now's a good time for me to talk about why I'm using Kyogre in particular. Number one, it's literally one of the most, if not the most broken Pokemon in double battles, because it not only sets up the rain with its Drizzle ability. If you have a good special attack in Kyogre, you know, without it, you know, it being modest or whatever, nature-wise, Water Spout from full health under the rain plus Kyogre's busted special attack base stat hits really hard. So, and we kind of want, I need to go for Follow Me. We kind of want a lot of damage on the opposing Pokemon. Versus like using explosion strategies, which will be seen in this run, because some Pokemon do have really good special defense stats, which makes it really hard to knock them out with Water Spout from full health. So that was a pointless crit. All right, so I should be on in terms of time because I am hoping to get a PB. Shouldn't be behind that much. As you see, the fainting animations for the Gen 4 Pokemon are a bit more dramatic versus the Gen 1 Pokemon, so... Alright. Oh, good load. Very good load, actually. So, I actually should be using Electrode here, but, using Gengar here is actually fine, so... we're actually, well, using a Zelf instead of Electrode is actually fine. I just did it for menuing purposes. So Joe uses all 3 starters, and typically adopts basically use and protect and like Surf and Earthquake, which are learned by Empoleon and Torterra respectively. So the reason why I'm using Gengar as opposed to Electrode is that my Electrode has a Life Orb, which means basically after an attack, we see an animation of it taking damage, and we kind of don't want that, even though it gets same type of attack bonus from Thunder. And so under the rain, Thunder Thunder has a 100% chance to hit the opponent, and because PBR is based on Diamond and Pearl, it could be the case that there is a 30% chance of Thunder breaking through Protect or Detect. Okay, Empoleon is not the Pokemon that I kind of want to see, and we got Pikachu. Okay, so Pikachu might actually protect this turn because Empoleon will pick Surf instead of Flash Cannon. Yep. But thankfully Pikachu has like 0 HP and 0 defense, so it will faint to any one of my moves, inclusive of Thunder. Actually, maybe Thunder from Electrode. Maybe not Thunder from Gengar. This should knock it out. Nice. I was actually kind of worried that this Thunder won't knock out Empoleon, because I'm pretty sure this Gengar does not have a good special attacking stat. So even though Gengar has base 130 special attack, the one that I got from the in-game daycare has, I think, 136 special attack, but figure it out later. Just know that it deals a lot of damage with the special attacking moves. So it looks like I'll be saving some time from this fight here, because this was prior to me realizing, hey, I can just use Gengar's Thunder. So all right. So we're not exactly behind TV pace because there's a lot more time to save, obviously. So we're gonna go into our second set here, and this is where the game becomes a little bit more ridiculous with its strategies and I guess AI choices. So we'll be using the exact same team until we get to set 4, which is where I'll be using a different pass. So this first fight is based on using setup hazards such as Stealth Rock, Toxic Spikes, and I believe I don't think any of the Pokemon on the other team learn Spikes. Maybe Steelix learned Spikes, but mainly it uses Stealth Rock and Toxic Spikes since they are the most effective. Alright, so this is a little bit cringe because Water Spout is a range on Carnivine. I should have actually went for Helping Hand just to ensure I knocked out Carnivine with a Water Spout. Come on, get the range. Okay, nice. You can actually tell by how the HP bar moves if you get the range or not. Like you know, like if it shakes or whatever. So just those little things. Good drink. I figured Blissey was gonna come out. Steelix. Okay. So Blissey's probably gonna set up Stealth Rocks here. gonna try and just get some damage on Blissey with extreme speed as opposed to just helping hand. Oh, nice! That's huge. But I'm pretty sure even with the crit, Blissey will still barely live the Water Spout. Oh yeah, just barely. I think that was maximum roll too, so kind of unfortunate there. Blissey has really high HP and a really good special defense stat, so and also unlike Diamond and Pearl, the HP bar goes down faster, so we don't have to see 30. Basically, we don't have to watch Blissey faint, like, you know, the whole 30-second deal with Blissey's HP. So I think my other run I had a 2-turn fight. So basically the goal of using using your own Pokemon and the strats is to minimize the amount of turns that it takes to knock out each fight. So like I said, kind of unfortunate that we did not get the roll there to knock out Blissey. So all right, so this fight is a little bit interesting, as this is the only time where I will not be using Kyogre well, I will not be leading off with Kyogre here. So the reason why I'm using Gengar and Electrode is because I can use because Tentacruel has a Focus Sash, and there's also Seeking on the other teams, so that it won't. Well, speaking of which, it won't actually be knocked out by my by a Water Spout. So I think Tentacruel's gonna. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Seeking's gonna protect. Okay. This is actually kind of funny. So normally, Electro's gonna be the only one to go down, but it's actually okay. Because one, I'm gonna put the Tentacruel on 1 HP. And then when I switch in Kyogre, I'm gonna get a double KO. So typically what will happen here is Tentacruel will pick Acupressure to randomly raise either its stats or its teammate stats. And so the reason why I taught here, is because we do not want we do not want a speed boost, nor do we want an evasion boost. And for the record, like I said, Acupressure randomly raises the stat by 2 stages. So, all right. So that was actually I think that was maximum roll off that Water Spout on Seeking there. So pretty nice. Nice. Also, it's really hard to predict whether or not the AI will protect. So I'm better off just, you know, making a safety play and just using protect there. So all right, I don't think that that Chimecho will ooh, okay, yeah, I'll just use Thunder here because I'm pretty sure they'll get knocked out anyway. Okay, cool. Okay, pretty good fight. So I guess I could talk about how I got a lot of these Pokemon. So basically, I had to use the Pokemon Daycare to breed Pokemon with good IVs in their respective stats, mainly attack, special attack, and speed. The defenses don't really matter as much because you know, if you want a certain Pokemon to, if you want a free switch in, you know, you tanking hits is just really not that not that effective for say like a double battle speedrun when you have one Pokemon that can just be really aggressive and just mainly deal all the damage. So the Kyogre I caught in Pokemon Emerald years ago as a kid, and I luckily caught one that has 31 IVs in oh, I don't like this lead at all, actually. What I'm gonna do is let Pelipper live here and just get rid of the Milotic because it actually has Confuse Ray. So I would much rather it go for Tailwind as opposed to dealing with confusion and stuff like that. So it might go for Hydro Pump on me though, and if it does, I would rather it go for Hydro Pump. So I'm using Electrode here now because Stab Thunder knocks out. Oh, okay. Stab Thunder usually knocks out a lot of things in its path. So after dealing damage, of course. Okay, this is honestly okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just basically show Electrode's animation first. I would much rather have it hit itself in confusion because it's faster than it actually getting a move off. So I protected myself there because I didn't want them to probably, like, you know, stack confusion on me or something like that. So also they use attract and confusion to their advantage. And Chirim, okay, this is a little bit troublesome because Chirim resists both Water Spout and Thunder, so I need to break through confusion here and knock it out with Thunder. Oh, nice. Good. So yeah, because I got the Pelipper lead, which has a Focus Sash, that kind of cost me some time there. So you might have also noticed that I looked a little confused. I'd never seen it before. So the nice thing about this is that when you do a lot of routing, when you even when you get something that you haven't seen before, there is counterplay to it. So and also the time loss here doesn't really matter since we didn't take a death. So and with my strats, basically losing a run or losing a fight, whoa, can I menu? Losing the fight isn't really as common, so it can still happen. It's just not as common. So now I actually like this. So the reason why I have Smeargle on this team, it can learn, first of all, it can learn any move. Second, there is a pesky Raichu on Sasha's team, and we speak of the devil. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is using water. I'm going to use Water Spout, and then I'm going to use Follow Me so that Raichu goes for Fake Out and breaks its own Focus Sash, because the Smeargle is holding a Jaboka Berry, which you can only get from an event Pokemon. I believe it was one of the Arceus events. It's been a long time, so I don't exactly remember here. So basically, because it used a physical move, it broke its own Focus Sash, and I thankfully got the range on Spiritomb there. It's like, I believe it's like a 95% like 90% chance to one shot with Water Spout there. So the only problem with this strategy is that they're going to protect the next turn, and I don't have the move Helping Hand on this Smeargle, so this will be a 3-turn fight. So I'm gonna just go for Imprison, just so that Vespiquen doesn't click. Oh no. Actually, that's fine. That's perfect. That is actually perfect because I have Helping Hand. Actually, so it's going to miss the Weavile, but it's going to hit the Vespiquen. I think it might knock it out too. Yes. Okay. Honestly, losing Smeargle is not all that bad. It did its job. So, all right. So next up, I'm going to send in just Togekiss randomly, and I'm going to pick Water Spout. So hopefully this move won't miss, and if it does, I'm going to I'm going to change this. Okay, nice. So I use Trick on myself to trick off my Choice Scarf, which allows me to, which is the reason why I've been going first almost every time, because I get a speed boost by 50%. I decided I again wanted to trick off my Choice Scarf so I could change my move from from Water Spout to Surf, basically. So, all right, good stuff. Despite getting it going for Quick Claw and stuff like that, it's fine. So, all right. So set 3, the game's gonna become a little bit like I'm gonna keep saying a little bit more ridiculous because as you go higher in the sets, the difficulty is gonna be it's just gonna be a little bit different. So, thankfully, this team can basically breeze through most of the fights. So. Okay. All right. So this fight, also the first. So Sasha won, and I say won because we will be seeing these Colosseum leaders again. So Sasha 1 likes to use the pressure ability, which basically stalls your power points. So you kind of don't want that. I kind of don't want to go into struggle mode either. So we're gonna go for Helping Hand because Water Spout is a range on Spirit Tomb, unfortunately. And Clefable actually holds a Brightpowder. What that? Yep. Here we go. But the good thing is it kicks Belly Drum, so it's not all that bad. It's really annoying, but it's not all that bad. So also either Clefable or Azumarill will be the lead. I'd rather have Azumarill because it holds a Citrus Berry as opposed to a Brightpowder. Okay, Roserade is not that great either because it has it has Laxin Sense. Oh, it went for Follow Me, didn't it? Oh, okay, it went for Protect. Okay, that's fine. So I need to hit twice on this Roserade just to try and knock it out. Yeah. Okay, this should miss. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, and then it just copied its teammates' boosts. So it's honestly fine that the worst case scenario is happening. What I'm gonna do is actually press Follow Me so that I can redirect moves onto Togekiss here. So it's not it's not that big of a deal. Wow. Okay. The AI is getting really lucky with their Brightpowder misses. That's okay. That is because the last Pokemon might be Sudowoodo or something, and I still win. So this might knock me out with Poison Jab. Nope. Togekiss is just that bulky. Can we please hit the hit the Roserade this time? I would greatly appreciate it. So, all right. So we are going to see that animation again, but that's because Sudowoodo has a Pacho Berry. You have to be kidding me! Wow. That is actually funny. 4 Brightpowder misses. But it's fine. Like I said, it's fine. Because even if my Togekiss just gets knocked out, I still have more to go. So good thing I used the PP Max on the Water Spout, so I have infinite amounts of moves here, and I also have Psychic on this itself here. So, God, that's really annoying. Like I said, it's fine. All right, come on, Kyorge. Kyorge, are you blind? Get some glasses. Wow, this Kyorge. I'm so sorry for that joke. Oh my gosh. Why did the Azelf hit the Roserade with Sidekick when Kyorge couldn't hit a Water Spout? Wow. Wow. That's really funny. That's one of the funniest moments to happen in this run. Now this fight is just as goofy because there is such thing as a Quick Claw Steelix lead, and if that happens, I have to switch. I have to switch Kyogre into Smeargle, so that it uses Explosion to knock to basically give myself a free switch in. Okay, this is actually good. So Drifblim unfortunately has a lax incense, and it also has special defense investment. So I have to use Helping Hand here so that it doesn't live my Water Spout here. So one thing to note is that Drifblim and Miss Magius will be used. We'll either get a Golem lead or a Steelix lead, and an Octillery pocket or a Crobat pocket. So we got Miss Magius, and we have Octillery. Okay, this is actually fine. I believe Helping Hand, Water Spout knocks out Octillery. It doesn't have the greatest defenses in the world, so. And this Magius is holding leftovers, so. Nice. That makes up for the last fight, so we take those. Alrighty. So the last two fights, fight number 3 doesn't have necessarily a real strategy, but funnily enough, in my previous run, I had a little bit of a little mishap, so I can probably save some time here if I get the right Pokemon. And by that means I do not want Gyarados. I'm probably gonna get Gyarados anyway. Reason being is that it picks Giga Impact, and it chooses Kyogre because I'm more of a threat than the Togekiss is. So I'm gonna just if I see Gyarados, I just spam Follow Me. Oh, that is a good start. Might be able to save 50 seconds. All right. So what we're gonna do is press Water Spout, and I'm just gonna go for Helping Hand here. Also, if I didn't already mention this, the only way to get Helping Hand and Follow Me on Togekiss is to not trade. Well, actually, well, not give back the Togetic you receive in Pokemon XD to purify it, or I guess Togepi in this case. I guess Togepi. You basically transfer it up because it gets moves upon purification in XD. So the only unfortunate thing is if you were playing through the game, you wouldn't have access to what is it? The Elekid with the elemental punches. So this is already looking better than my last run, despite Water Spout missing 15,000 times. Alright. So Water Spout should knock out Bastiodon. But Giga Impact should hit Togekiss. Oh, it picks Aqua Tail. Okay. Yeah. So I did the damage calculations. It's a range. Well, it's a low chance to high roll. So, and thankfully, I can just go for Helping Hand here and knock out Gyarados. So, good stuff. Alrighty. Also, Gyarados is holding a Awaken Berry, which decreases electric moves by a certain amount. Not sure how much, but even though it's quad weak to electric moves naturally. So I want to break something. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Good load. Oh, come on. Like a mache. Alright, so Kyorge here, I have a new strat. Previously I used to just use Explosion because for whatever reason Ambipom just chose to not use Fake Out. But I found that it's actually faster to just faster and more safer to just go for Water Spout. So we can make something happen here. So we're gonna make sure to not misclick, because that's happened before. We're gonna click Follow Me to make sure that Ambipom uses Fake Out on Togekiss here. All right. So Fake Out. Oh, I'm sorry. So Water Spout should. Wow, pointless crit, cool. Funnily enough, that's what Kyorge's strategy is, using the Sniper and Super Luck ability, as well as Ambipom holding a Lancet Berry to increase its chances of a critical hit. Which thankfully will not matter in this situation here. Okay, Machamp is probably not good because it has a Toxic Orb. Oh yeah, okay. So Skuntank is going to protect, but it's not gonna matter because I'm faster than it. So it's going to explode this turn. Yeah, and Machamp is holding a Toxic Orb, so this is kind of the last Pokemon that you don't want to see. Ambipom and Drapion are always picked. So all right. Oh, yep, there we go. More animations. That's really cool. So I'm gonna go for Trick here because Water Spout knocks out Machamp regardless, and even if it actually hits me, it's poisoned. It's kind of funny. If you really wanted to run a Gut set, you would rather run a Flame Orb as opposed to a Toxic Orb. So I'm not sure why the devs didn't give it a Flame Orb, but oh well. Saving some time compared to my last PB, so all right. So we're almost halfway done through the run here, despite Fight 1 of Set 3 being completely egregious. The rest of the game can be pretty bullish at times, but that's just Pokemon. That's not Set 4. Oop, hold on. The menuing. Losing time due to menuing. Oh no! All right, we're gonna use this team. All right. So, funnily enough, in my practicing, I've done much more focus on sets 4 through 8 because difficulty spike reasons. So, all right. So basically, this first fight uses the super effective berries. This is actually really good. So what I'm gonna do is protect. What's his face? Protect Shiftry and use Eruption on Weavile and Scizor. So I actually don't have this in my notes. I can either explode or go for Eruption, but I think Life Orb Explosion is a range on Scizor, and I kind of don't want to deal with that. So we're better off just using Eruption here. And this Groudon, I believe, is from my... No, it's from my SoulSilver. Okay. I had to remember which one it's from. All right, Quagsire is actually good. Mantine is, oh, okay. Well, I can make something happen with this. So what I'm forced to do is let Shiftry go down because so I can't explode because Quagsire has the damp ability, and better off just using Solar Beam to knock it out, and then having Mantine knock me out with Signal Beam, and then upon switch in, I can just win the fight from there. So Solar Beam does a little bit under half, so. Alright, and I also chose Metagross, so retrospect, well, in retrospect, I should actually choose Arceus as opposed to Snorlax. But it's okay. It is okay. So we're just gonna go for Meteor Mash here. It's probably gonna miss. No, it's not gonna miss. Cool. This won't do enough damage to knock it out, but Solar Beam will knock it out, so. That is not what I wanted to see. I also didn't explode because I don't want to see Metagross's fainting animation because it's kind of a little dramatic. Alright. So that's this fight done. I actually have a couple of opportunities to save time here as well, so. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, so this. Oh shoot! Okay, I had a brain moment because I actually forgot which final Pokemon to choose. So, all right, this team is a little bit interesting because I might be able to show off a pretty cool strategy where I can use Foresight to remove the Ghost typing off of this Rotom so I can explode. And nice. So Staraptor has a Choice Band, but this Metagross has a Choice Scarf. So I'll be going first, thankfully. And also we lead with Metagross here because the Clear Body ability prevents Intimidate from, or basically it prevents the opposing Pokemon from dropping my stats. So unless I use Superpower, that is a pointless crit. All right. So you might have noticed that I use Trick Room. That is because I have a Snorlax in the back, which has the move Self-Destruct, and it's one of, if not the most powerful explosion in the game. Or actually, it could be tied with Licky Licky. So because Licky Licky can let an explosion, but it has a lower attack stat. All right, so Floatzel is good. Heracross here would be great. Okay, Bronzong is actually fine because I can use Helping Hand Self-Destruct to knock out Bronzong. So, and also Bronzong has a Quick Claw, which is not going to matter in this case here. I should be able to knock. Oh, okay. I was like, well, why did I just see that? But that's because typically what it does is that if I'm about to hit my teammate, it goes to my teammate next, and then it goes to Floatzel. So, how do you get Self-Destruct on Snorlax? Pokemon XD Move Tutor. So which means you have to transfer this one out from the Gen 3 carts. So. Or you can catch a Snorlax in Pokemon XD. Hopefully it has good nature and good IVs. So IVs stand for individual values, by the way. All right. So you're going to see this pretty nice time save here. And then the next fight here. So this fight, let me just choose my mods real quick. It focuses on the Storm Drain ability, which redirects water type moves. This team would be so much better if Hippowdon wasn't on the opposing side. So, what's gonna happen here? Don't give me Hippowdon. You gave me Hippowdon. Okay. So, what's gonna happen here is I'm going to switch out. Actually, no, I'm not gonna switch. I'm gonna protect Groudon here, and then I'm going to explode Shift Tree here. Because Kill AI is active. Okay, nice. Ooh, that was scary. Because Kill AI is active on Shift Tree, it's just not a good idea to just. It has a focus ban. That's why it lived. It's not a good idea to basically try to like put the sun back up and things like that. So all right, so or I guess protect and go for whatever what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna send in Metagross here, and okay, Golem is let's see. I'm gonna go for Earth Power, and then I'm gonna go for Earthquake, because the last Pokemon in Pocket. Oh, okay, that's actually good that Golem protected, because that means this Pokemon is guaranteed going to be weak to Earthquake. So the Earthquake is gonna hopefully knock out Hippowdon. Please. Nice. Okay. So having the announcer off kind of makes it more difficult for me to know whether or not the AI, basically lives my attacks or not. So, okay, we should be in good shape right now. Oh, we are definitely in good shape. So Golem is gonna pick Earthquake, and it's gonna knock out Rampardos. So, we are actually. Oh, nice Quick Claw. Okay. So it picked Stone Edge because I believe Rampardos went for Head Smash on Ground. Oh, that's actually good. It's probably gonna knock itself out, and then I'll knock out Golem with Earth Power. So, oh, it went for Head Smash on me. Okay, well, it's gonna knock itself out then. So for the record, the reason why Rampardos outsped Metagross there, well, no, I'm sorry, outsped Groudon there is because it's holding a Choice Scarf. So good. Okay, so this fight kind of made up for the bit of terrible RNG that I got in set 3 fight 1. So we are in good shape. All right, so we're coming up to the halfway point of the run here. So let me make sure I choose my months correctly here. So Mysterio won. Now the reason why I have it shown as Diamond, Platinum, and SoulSilver is because whatever Pokemon game you use to transfer will determine your Mysterio fight. So if you transferred with Pearl and HeartGold, you basically get Dialga, which is kind of bad because it resists explosion. So versus say SoulSilver, Diamond, and Platinum, they protect it. That's not good. Well, that's okay. Excuse me. I get Palkia basically. So it's kind of funny that Diamond gets, Diamond you fight Palkia, and Pearl you fight, Dialga. And also like a couple of other different Pokemon. Whereas if I use HeartGold, or HeartGold or Pearl, I also get Dialga and I believe Lugia in the final split too. So okay, let's do Snorlax and okay, Snorlax. That's really good. So Alright, so on this turn, I'm going to use Trick Room again so that I can reset, basically reset the speed values. In which, by the way, Trick Room basically allows slower Pokemon to go first, essentially. And my Snorlax is holding an Iron Ball, but I trained it such that it's still out. I trained so that it doesn't outspeed Duskull under Trick Room. So this is because it was literally because of Fight 2 where I wanted to use Rotom's I'm sorry, where I wanted to use Foresight on Rotom. So all right, so all we need is a Helping Hand, Judgment, and it's GG's to this fight. Now, Yuxi actually has a Laxin sense. Nice. Believe it, and so I was actually happy that Charizard didn't come out because it has a Brightpowder. So. So the reason why I'm losing time here is because my my gold my gold in this split is a 2-turn fight, so. All right. I really can't wait to hopefully show off my Foresight strat. It really makes set 6 really cool, like really fast, really cool. So hopefully that's the case. And also I believe my gold has that as well. Obviously it does. So anyways, we are halfway done with with round 2. Let's go over to set 5 now. Had some menuing errors there earlier. So all right, so we're gonna use this team, and we're gonna be using this for 2 more sets, this and set 7. I found that it was much easier to use this team because I can just spam Water Spout for the first 2 fights. And hopefully when I get to the last 2 fights, there are a couple of Pokemon that are immune to Water Spout because they have the water absorb ability. Okay, seeing Ursaring there is actually kind of cringe because it has the Toxic Orb, which means that it has the Quick Feet ability, which allows it to basically get a 50% speed boost, but it's not going to matter in this case because Kyogre is naturally faster, and I don't even think its speed is not even enough to outspeed certain Pokemon with the Quick Feet ability. So I want to see probably Hitmonchan here. Okay, Kangaskhan is fine as well. So what I'll be doing is going for Follow Me because Kangaskhan has Fake Out and Sucker Punch. And believe it or not, it's also holding a Focus Band, and Water Spout is a range on it. So it's like 85% chance for it to not faint to not get one shot by Water Spout. But Ursaring will obviously get one shot by this. All right. Kangaskhan is good because it has a very fast fainting animation, courtesy of Generation 1. Okay, Venomoth is actually good. So I don't need to go for anything crazy here. Oh, no. That's menuing time loss there. It's fine, though. Nice. Alrighty. Alrighty, so that fight is pretty much done. There's a couple more of foolishness like this. So alright, so we're gonna choose same team. Also, 52 minutes in, I'm actually not using my sensor bar since I find it easier for me to menu with the D-pad as opposed to just rolling my wrist around. So that can pose some complications there. All right. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand here because actually it has much, yeah, its text is a little bit more quicker than using Follow Me here. So Water Spout would have one-shot both these Pokemon regardless. What I am gonna do is, if there's a Tangrowth, I'm gonna go for the range because it picks Ancient. Okay, I believe it knows Power Whip, but chooses to go for Ancient Power on Togekiss to get an Omni Boost. Excuse me. And also, Water Spout is a range on Liquid. Wow, okay, that's funny. But thankfully, Tangrowth has a, I believe, base 50 special defense stat, so not the greatest in the world. So let's hit this range. Actually, no, reverse psychology. Don't hit the range. Darn. Oh, well, there it goes. So that was actually minimum roll with Helping Hand. So it's gonna go for, yeah, Ancient Power. Yep. So even if it gets the Omni Boost, it's not gonna matter. Also, Tangrowth has a Quick Claw. So I'm gonna go for E-Speed just in case. This is the only time where I will use Extreme Speed because I don't want to see a quick claw thing happening. Nice. Thankfully, that's the only thing that Quick Claw can't actually beat. So basically, it raises your priority by 1. But if I use but if I'm faster, or if I like use a move that has the same priority, like if there are like 2 Quick Claw users, and both of them activate, the faster one will go first, I believe. So, all right. And so I'll be using Electro instead of Gengar here because there is a Jolteon on the other team, and Gengar has a chance of. Basically, actually, it might just T-Bolt Kyogre instead, but even then, if, according to my notes, actually, I don't even know what is according to my note. I actually thought I wrote down to just explode if I see a certain Pokemon, but I guess I don't, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just use Thunderbolt as opposed to just Thunder. That's a Quick Claw. Oh, wait for Helping Hand, okay. So that's good. Flareon has a Quick Claw, and I believe Espeon probably went for Psychic on Electro to knock it out. So alright, so Caitlyn has a Vaporeon. She might have it in the pocket. And if she does, then that's fine, because I have Thunder. A Jolteon is good. Vaporeon is my favorite, but not good, so. Basically, I have to... Actually, no. I have a better idea. This is why I have Gengar here. This is basically the backup plan. We switch Kyogre out, and we just explode. So, unfortunately, Explosion is a range on Vaporeon because of its I believe it's running max HP. So it actually hit Vaporeon. It's holding leftovers. So nice, got the range. I think in my PB I went for the crit, and I actually got it. So, but I'm gonna make a safer play and just go for Thunder, or just go for Explosion. So you can definitely see how much time you lose for going for Explosion in particular. Like switching was kind of, you know, already bad enough, but you know, Explosion, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, wait, did I choose the wrong mods? But no, I did not. All right. So Joe basically runs the same strategy, but he's using the legendary beasts. And nice, no Lapras yet. And the abilities that grant immunities to certain moves: Water Absorb, Flash Fire, and actually I'm gonna Protect, and Motor Drive. Okay, that means Entei went for a Lava Plume, which means there's an Arcanine. I don't know why the AI does that, to be honest with you. Like, you chose Entei and Raikou as your lead. You can just protect the Raikou and go for Lava Plume, or vice versa. But that probably means that Electivire is not in the back. So I'm probably predicting Suicune to be in the back. Lapras to be in the back. I'm always predicting the worst Pokemon to be in the back. The one that I don't want to see. Okay, that's Raikou. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Alright, it's fine though. Because what I'm gonna do is just go for Thunder, honestly. Lapras is going to protect. It was gonna protect anyway. Alright, so I have options here. I do have options. What I'm gonna do is switch out Kyogre, and just go into Gengar. So just so that I can just use Thunder. Also because Lapras can live Explosion, which is what we don't want to see. So and Lapras has a Quick Claw, so I also want to change my move to Thunder. All right. Don't give me a crit. Dang. Paralyze, maybe? Nice. Unfortunate. All right, I will lose Electrode here, but it's worth it. It's actually worth it. Now the funny thing is, I could have protected, but Lapras has a Quick Claw, so my strategy could have been foiled anyway. So this is just me making safety plays here. And I think all I can do here is just Thunder. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. And then Lapras picks Hydro Pump on Gengar there, so. Alright. The only reason why I lost time there was because I made a safety decision. I did not want to potentially get, you know, the worst case scenario, so. And thankfully, my strategy has backups, because usually Kyogre won't really get targeted except by Raikou's Discharge, and that's just about it. Or Raikou using Discharge. Alright. Menu back here to go to set 6. Alright, and we're going to use a very, very special team created for, mainly created for Sasha. Alright. So, this first fight, I'm using Glalie here because it has the inner focus ability, and this is meant to counter Persian from going in and pressing Fake Out, thankfully, which won't happen here. I'm going to Shadow Sneak Jinx because it's holding a Brightpowder. So, and I potentially. Oh wow! I was gonna say I want the crit, and I got the crit. So, that works. And then Glalie's explosion will knock out Altaria from full health. Nice. And then I will send in Mewtwo, actually, because it will outspeed Persian if it's out, but I kind of don't want to see Persian because it will choose Fake Out. So if I get Persian Yanmega, I will have to Thunder Wave. What's it? Okay, cool. We only need a Thunder Wave. Yanmega here. So how do you get self-destruct on Mewtwo? Gen 3. And the funny thing is, I actually had to restart my Fire Red. Just so that no, what is it? Yeah. I had to restart my Fire Red because I already caught Mewtwo in both my Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I basically had let's just say I was super duper casual in Pokemon way back in the day. Like I beat the Elite Four and all that stuff, but I didn't have any money in the game. I didn't have any good Pokemon at all. So it gave me an excuse to replay Gen 3, and I really enjoyed that. So all right. So fight number 2. So the AI will always lead with Metagross, and they're always gonna go for Rock Polish turn 1. And this Metagross is actually different. Instead of a Choice Scarf, I'm running a Choice Band, which increases my attack by 1 stage but locks me into 1 move. So, which means Metagross Choice Band Explosion is probably literally the strongest move in the game. Precisely. It's unfortunately a range on the other Metagross, but that's why I have Sableye Helping Hand, which, believe it or not, you also get it from Pokemon XD. You can probably guess what my favorite Pokemon game of all time is. Alright, cool. So the next one I'll be switching in is Glalie, and in my other one, I actually realized that the Electrode is actually timid nature with max speed, which means it has a speed stat of 211. Choice Scarf, attacking nature Glalie, has like, it's like 190 something. Speaking of Electrode, it's like 190 something, which is slower than Electrode. So, well, slower than a max speed Electrode. So Blaziken has a Focus Sash for some... Actually, yes, I know why it does. It's because of Earthquake. the Metagross having Earthquake. So I'm going to go for Shadow Sneak on it to basically break its Focus Sash and then go for Explosion. Unfortunately, Electrode has a Brightpowder. Thank you. we did not get bamboozled by the Brightpowder, so I will save some time here. Excuse me. Usually, for whatever reason, it goes for Magnet Rise turn 1, so... Also, Glalie has a very fast fainting animation, so... it makes it even better to use. Yeah, shouldn't lose that much time. Alright. So this team is a little bit funny because they they try to disable, they try to use Encore, and then they try to disable your move so that you're forced to struggle. And if Wobbuffet is led, you can't switch out because of the Shadow Technicolor. Speak of the devil. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm pretty sure Ninetales is going to protect. That is not taunt. We're gonna taunt the Wobbuffet so that it doesn't go for Encore. All right. So my old strat, I had a Mew, but the reason why Mew didn't work was because it was slower than both Electrode and what is it? And Persian. But I think Mew had a speed tie with Ninetales, so it usually went for Will-O-Wisp, and that was usually like, you know, the best case scenario. But of course, that's just not the case here. All right. Also, getting a crit on Shadow Ball is actually would be really nice, but I don't think I've ever gotten that before. All right. So hopefully Dust Noir is shown off here so that I can demonstrate my my cool strategy of Foresight. So we're gonna send in Metagross here because it has the choice band, and this one is actually slower than Bayonet, so that I can remove the ghost typing first, and then basically knock it out for free. Nice, nice. All right, so get ready to see one of the most useless moves in the Pokemon games until now, or unless you're you like being funny, basically. Alright, so we have the explosion on deck. Goodbye to Dust Noir. That crit doesn't matter. Gosh, I'm so happy that that I was able to find basically using Foresight makes fights like this so much easier. Alright. I should save a little bit of time here. I think it's because of Alakazam. I don't even remember why I lost time, honestly. Cool. Oh, good load too. Okay. Alright, so Sasha here, bit of a menace, or Sasha 2 is a bit of a menace. She has a Deoxys, defense Deoxys at that, and she has Registeel and Giratina. This is literally the hardest fight in the entire game, but because of Choice Band, Explosion, and Foresight, free win. Okay, we got Registeel, so I'm gonna Shadow Sneak the Registeel because funnily enough, Choice Band Explosion from Metagross it gets really close to knocking out Registeel. But we go for Shadow Sneak to make it easier for Explosion to knock out Registeel here. So and that Registeel has Double Team, Charge Beam, Iron Defense, and Rest. So it's designed to dodge all your moves and just be annoying with Charge Beam. And if you're wondering why Water Spout doesn't work, Giratina and Defense Deoxys. Alright, and we're going to choose Licky Licky here. Okay, so that's Deoxys. So, okay, I have to hope for not Giratina here. That's fine. I mean, I like having Giratina here because I can actually, I can do my Foresight strategy. Deoxys might just pick Thunder Wave on Bayonet, so we have to remove the ghost tapping off of Giratina so Explosion can hit, and okay, it goes with Thunder Wave on Bayonet, which doesn't matter thankfully, and my Licky Licky outspeeds Giratina barely, so. And also, this Licky Licky is holding a life orb, so... So the Giratina would have actually picked Shadow Force. And would have used it on mainnet. Nice. Alright. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of time here because different Pokemon, but it's fine. Good. Oh yeah, I think it's because of no foresight strat, I think. Oh well. I'm really glad to be able to show it off twice. So sets 7 and 8, we got 2 more sets to go. The game, so basically, there's like one more fight which can be pretty scary. If cards don't go in our favor, and this will be the last time we get to use this team, and then we have one more specific pass that we use for the last set. Okay, so the best lead that I want to see is Blissey and Aggron. If I get Blissey Ludicolo, that is actually fine. Oh, nice. So what I'm gonna do is, because this Blissey is heavily invested in bulk, I'm gonna go for Helping Hand. Basically, this team strategy is going for gravity to make sure moves like Stone Edge, Thunder, Hydro Pump, like basically moves that have 85, well, like 85 accuracy or lower, are guaranteed to hit for a few turns. Which is nice because this basically defeats the purpose of Brightpowder in Lax and Sense. Alright. Okay, Hariyama is actually really good. So Blissey is going to go for Soft Boiled, and Hariyama is going to go for Fake Out on Kyorge here. So I'm going to use Follow Me just to make sure that doesn't happen. And also it has a Quick Claw, so we don't want to deal with that. So even if Blissey goes for Soft Boiled, I'm literally fine. Oh, nice. I think I got maximum roll off of that. Alright, so the last Pokemon is either going to be Gardevoir, Dragonite, or Ludicolo. I would love to see Gardevoir here, but I'm probably going to get Ludicolo here. Oh, Gardevoir. Here we go. Nice. That's really good. And it got my Serene Grace, so that's good. Alright, so Gardevoir has a Focus Band, which is not really going to matter, thankfully. Because even if it lives with the Focus Band, I have extreme speed, and I use Trick, so no, as we say in the business, no Mickey Mouse. All right, that was a really good fight. Yeah, you paid for it, all right, buddy. Okay, so fight number 2 deals with the Lightning Rod ability, where if I use an electric move, it will get redirected to the other Pokemon. Which thankfully, like, you know, Water Spout just deals a lot of damage to these mons anyway. And Gyarados and okay. That's honestly fine because Gyarados actually goes for Dragon Dance, and really we can just get rid of Gyarados as opposed to worrying about using Imprison to make sure they can't use Protect. Oh, okay, that's random. That was actually random, and good, because usually Rhyperior will pick Protect, I I think it might have decided to go for Stone Edge on a Zelf to break its Focus Sash, and then Gyarados to clean it up. But it doesn't really matter. That's like the best case scenario to ever ask for, because I can just use Helping Hand, Water Spout to knock out the remaining Pokemon. So that's really good. So fun fact about that Togekiss. It carries the move Tri-Attack, and the only way to get Tri-Attack on a Togekiss is to transfer it up through Pokemon XD, from Pokemon XD, so. Alright. I believe it's a range on Starmie, and I think I got the good roll. Good. We are cleaning through these fights now. Wow. All right. Nice. All right. So, this fight, I'm sorry, I'm not saying much here. I feel like I've definitely covered a lot of my bases regarding the things that just happened throughout this game, and that basically the run is almost over. There's literally like, you know, two more sets left, and we're looking really good. So, okay, this is actually perfect. So basically, this fight uses the moves Skill Swap and Gastro Acid to get rid of Regigigas's Slow Start and Slacking's Truant abilities. Regigigas in particular is really broken if it doesn't have its Slow Start, which cuts its attack and speed by 50%, I believe, or it cuts it in half for like 5 turns. Which is a kind of a funny ability to have, but really broken if you can use it effectively. Okay, Swalot Slacking's really good, because then I can just use Helping Hand, Water Spout just to knock these two out. All right. Nice. All right, I'm taking a deep breath right now because the next fight, which is Kyorge 2, uses basically uses a strategy that I've been using throughout the run, which is another explosion type team, but uses very scary legendaries to cover his bases. All right, so we're gonna be using Kyorge and a Zelf here with the okay. I think I have Smeargle just for follow me purposes, I guess. I could just use Electrode. I don't know why I don't have Electrode here, but you know, it's fine. But anyway, so the lead that I want to see is Heatran and a Zelf, and we get Regice, a Zelf here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand, because the last time I did this, this Regice went for Explosion, and I was like, what? It exploded? But basically, the Azelf goes for Imprison, so that you can't protect, and you can't explode. So, in this case, I went for Helping Hand, because for whatever reason, the Regice will pick Explosion, so I'm thankfully glad I was able to knock both of them out in due time. Okay, so we got Zapdos, and we're probably gonna get Regirock here. Oh, Heatran, perfect! Actually perfect! Also, Zapdos has Detect, so it's not gonna be really as effective. I'll just use Imprison anyway. Oh, that's it. That's a 2-turn Kruger. Nice. Wow, okay. Good. Really good stuff. It's funny how Heatran, like Heatran doesn't blink. Its eyes just glow. I don't know. That's just legendary Pokemon things, I guess. So this will be a really nice gold. Nice. My previous gold, basically used explosion strats, so. All right, so we're coming up to the final split of the run. Make sure the menu is set 8. And we're gonna use this team. All right. I went into serious mode for a bit because I'm trying my best to get a really good time for this submission video, and I mean I'm gonna get a pretty good time regardless of the set 3 fight 1 incident. All right, so really close, and this is good. This is actually good. So what I'm gonna do is protect. I'm not gonna protect. I'm sorry. I'm gonna feint attack the Frostlass because it has the move Blizzard, which actually one-shots Groudon even under the sun, which is really funny. Well, it one-shots Shiftry, but it also one-shots Groudon. But it has a 50% chance. Well, it has a 50% chance to hit. And so the reason I have feint attack is because Frostlass has Lacking Sense. So Shiftry can live this Ice Punch, but I would rather. Okay, cool. A crit is actually much better because I not only knock out Abomasnow here, I can send in Metagross and potentially explode. So basically the last 2 Pokemon have to be Articuno and Walrein, but I'm probably gonna get or Mamoswine. I'm probably gonna get Jirachi. And Jirachi is bad because it's probably gonna use Psychic on Groudon to weaken its Eruption. The AI is a lot more smart. So good. Okay, so it's not really gonna matter if Mamoswine gets a Quick Claw. It just cannot get Quick Claw and crit me with Earthquake. I'm gonna be very close to out of moves if that's the case. I mean, I have Eruption, but I'll be very close to be running out of moves if that's the case. So this is the only risk that I have to take. So good. All right. Well, no. You also kind of can't do the Water Spout strat, or I guess Rain Dance strat, because Walrein is on the opposing team and is really bulky. So, however, the next fight is also a weather-based team. It actually uses all 3 types of weather in this game, which is kind of funny. All right. Alright, so this fight in particular used to be one of the worst fights in the game. However, Blastoise gets access to Water Spout. And I think it's exclusive to HeartGold and SoulSilver. I'm not sure. I'll have to check up on that later. But the strat here is to basically go for Water Spout. So the reason we have Gengar here is to set up Kill AI. I am holding a focus. Oh. No. We need Rain Dance. This basically sets up Kill AI. Tyranitar will not protect. It will go for Crunch to hit Gengar. And so, unfortunately, Garchomp outspeeds Gengar here, but it's not going to matter because Water Spout will knock it out. Now, this is kind of unfortunate because if Omastar is in pocket, it's going to knock out Gengar with any move, basically. Alright. And so, thankfully, let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have Armada, which is bad because it has a Quick Claw. And we have Omastar, which is... oh my goodness, this is kind of annoying. You know what? It's okay. I'm just gonna go for Destiny Bond. Oh, that's Quick Claw, I think. Yep. Oh, that's so good! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's not good. Well, you know what? Let's pray to RNGesus that our Water Spout is gonna do a lot to both of these Pokemon. Okay, it still knocks out Armaldo. I'm gonna lose about 30 seconds here, but thankfully, thankfully I was able to get rid of Armaldo even under the Sandstorm. So we're just gonna send in Metagross and just go for Ironhead here. Ironhead, and we should be good. And it goes for... why does it go for Protect? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Come on! Let me out of here! Oh no! I actually wonder... okay, yeah, there goes. I was like, why am I not losing that much time? But the AI knows that I'm on a really good pace, so it's trying to stall as much as possible, which is obviously just not... it's just BM, I guess. Bad manners. So, get out of here. I think if I use Quillfish, I don't know if it would protect it if I use Quillfish, but you know, it doesn't really matter. But yeah. Also, the reason why Omastar outsped me was because on the turn that Rain Dance would have happened. Hold on. So on the turn that, let's say, Rain Dance would have happened, or I guess Rain Dance would have ended, it still would have gone for, at least in Gen 4. It was almost as if Rain Dance was still active on that turn. So, excuse me. All right, so this team is not that. Oh, okay. This is fine. What I'm gonna do is Shadow Ball the Rhyperior, and then I'm going to explode. It's probably gonna protect here. Yes, it is. Yes, it will. Which means I am forced to send in meta. Well, actually, I'm not even sure like who to send in here, but Slowbro is going to faint to this explosion, thankfully, because this is a Trick Room team as well. So. Okay, so I think Marowak could be in the back. Just to be safe, I'm gonna send in Shiftry to ensure they don't click Protect. Parasect, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna make... I need to get rid of actually, no. I'm gonna just hit the Parasect, because Rhyperior is going to pick Hammer Arm. So good, we broke the Focus Sash. Okay, and then when we send in our next Pokemon, we should be good. All right, I'm not going to use Explosion here because let's see. Okay, it picked Hammer Arm. So I'm not gonna use Explosion here because there is a chance that, you know, Rhyperior could click Protect and grief me. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake and then knock out Slowking with Earthquake. Oh, sorry, with Shadow Ball. Oh, yep, I called it. I actually called it. So EQ is going to miss right here because it click protect. Then I'm gonna go and then we should be good. Okay. Oh, please tell me this will be enough. Nice. Oh, we got the range. We got the range. Awesome. I'm gonna lose a little bit of time here, unfortunately, because like that was a really scary situation to be in. So. And I think this Rhyperior may have solid rock. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it has solid rock, which decreases my super effective moves by a little bit. Or I don't know. I'll double check on that. But that felt like solid rock damage. All right. So I'm gonna be that person who says I'm guaranteed a PB because the last fight in the game is actually really easy, and the reason why I use SoulSilver for the run. So, well, they really use SoulSilver. I got lucky. Good load too. So remember the Clovish from earlier? This dude has a Kyogre. Like this is designed to be the most difficult fight in the game, but there's a certain ability called Swift Swim, which doubles your speed in the rain, and that's how the Omastar outsped me in the in fight 2. So, oh, this is good. You want to see Latios here. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just set up Destiny Bond because I have no reason. I want you to guess to see who wins. I do. Haha. Haha. Wait a minute. Did that just miss? Did that just miss? Or am I... Oh, okay. Okay, that was a speed tie. Okay, never mind. Oh, that was a speed tie, by the way. And I think Gengar won the speed tie. I was so scared. I was like, no shot. I missed this. I think it's holding a Soul Dew anyway. Which it wouldn't even matter because I have Destiny Bond, so we're good. I don't know why I choose Blastoise here, but Manaphy is not what you want to see, actually, but because it has a dramatic fainting animation, thanks Gen 4, or thanks to this game. Alright, just to be safe, I'm going to pick Thunder, just so that, in the event that Explosion doesn't knock out Manaphy from full health, should be fine. Nice. And this will be GG. So, well, this will be GG upon fade out. So I'm really happy to actually get this PB, and I actually wanted to get sub 140. Even though according to my sum of best, sub 130 isn't even possible, but I gotta have some crazy good luck, and it's kind of hard to get, but I'm consistently able to hit below 2 hours, so that'll be the estimate for this category. I can afford basically one major death, so that's about it. So again, thank you so much to the GDQ Games Committee for considering this run, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever time zone you live in. So, oh, that's time. All right.